degrees ay square root of 3 over 2. Yan. Therefore, for 16 pi over 3, what will be my coordinates? Anybody?
Negative 1/2 po. And negative
1/2 and
negative square root of 3 over 2.
negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay na po ba? So, ang gagawin nyo yata doon sa inyong ipapasa, ito, mabilisan. Game. Mabilisan to. 13 pi over 60. Okay, 13 times 180 divided by 6. 390. 390 is in the first quadrant. First quadrant, 360. First quadrant, 360 plus 30. Reference angle niya is 30 degrees in the first quadrant. Therefore, both positive. 30 degrees. Cosine 30 degrees is what? Cosine 30 degrees is?
Square root of 3 over 2 po.
Square root of 3 over 2. At saka?
1/2 po.
1/2. May negative tayo?
Wala po.
Bakit?
Kasi po nasa first quadrant.
Kasi nasa first quadrant. Negative 7 pi over 2. 7 times negative 630. Negative 630. Negative 630. Breakdown niya. Negative 180. 630. Lagay ko nga dito. 630 degrees. Saan ang degrees? Nawala na naman. Nasaan quadrant? Ayun. Nasaan quadrant ang 630? $630, nasaan? Nasa quadrant ba siya? Class, nasaan? Ang 630, nasaan po ang 630? Wala akong kausap, 116. Kausapin nyo.
Ma'am, positive y-axis po.
Positive y-axis. Pag nasa positive y-axis tayo, anong coordinates natin doon? Positive y-axis, 0, 1. 0, 1. Diba? Sa 0 degrees, sa positive x-axis, 1, 0. Sa positive y-axis, 0, 1. Sa negative x-axis, negative 1, 0. Sa negative y-axis, 0, negative 1. Kasi radius natin is 1. Okay na po ito? So, 360 plus 180, hindi yatak negative yan eh. Negative 360, tsaka negative 180, tsaka negative. Nasa negative y-axis ka, iya. Ulitin mo.
Yung angle po is nasa negative y-axis po.
Nasa negative y-axis, therefore, negative si 1. Tama ba? Nasa negative y-axis ka eh. 0, negative 1. Class.
Ma'am, yung degree form po ba, hindi po ba dapat negative 630?
Oh, yun, tama yun. Pero yung tinatanong ko kanina, anong coordinates niya? Tama ba?
Tama naman
Tama
po.
ba? 0, 1? 0, 1? Negative siya eh.
Tama
Negative
po.
360, negative 360, negative 180, negative 90. Nasa baba ka ng y-axis. Nasa negative y-axis ka.
Ma'am, 0, negative 1 po.
0, negative 1. Nasa baba ka eh, hindi nasa taas. Ito ka oh, pababa kang ikot mo eh. Negative 360. Negative 180. Tama nga. Negative 90. Tama nga siya. Tama, di ba? 360 plus
Tama po.
180 plus 90. Okay, tama nga siya. Nasa positive y-axis. 0, 1 nga. Positive y-axis. Andito ang terminal side mo. 5 pi over 4. 17 pi over 6. Nasagot na natin yan eh. Di ba? 17 pi. Ay, 7 pi pala yun. 17 pi over 6. 17 times. Ilan? Ilan? $17 pi over 6 is what?
510 degrees po.
510 degrees. Okay, 510 degrees in what quadrant? Breakdown ha, breakdown. 360.
Quadrant, second quadrant po.
Second quadrant. Breakdown, breakdown.
360 plus 90 plus 60 po.
Plus 60. Okay. So, second quadrant siya. Okay. Reference angle. P60 plus 90 plus 60. Reference angle.
30 degrees po.
30 degrees. Hindi 60 degrees ha. 30 degrees. X-axis tsaka terminal side. 30 degrees. Cosine 30 degrees. Nasa second quadrant ka. Cosine 30 degrees is 1/2. Square root of 3 over 2. Cosine 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 2. And sine 30 degrees is 1/2. Okay, since nasa second quadrant ka, sino dito ang negative?
X po.
Yung x ang negative. Okay na po? Okay. For lesson 20, ibibigay lang natin yung 6 trigonometric function. Ito yung ginawa natin. Ito yung ginawa natin. Dinefine natin ang sine, cosine, tangent with the unit circle, terminal side, intersection of the terminal side, and the unit circle, 120. Pagka ngayon tinanong na tayo, 3 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, alam na natin yon. And then if we were asked to find the 6 trigonometric function, ibigay mo muna yung for 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 is 3 times 180 divided by 2, 270. So 270 degrees, that is negative y-axis. So 0, negative 1 siya. Okay? Bigay mo muna yung coordinates of the points for that specific angle, and then i-define mo na yung 6 circular functions. For sine, which is equal to 1, therefore sine 270 is negative 1. Cosine 270, you have to put the angle here kung ano yung tinatanong na 6 circular function is equal to x, so that is equal to 0. And then ang tangent natin is y over x, 3 pi over 2, tangent 270 degrees is y over x. Ang y natin is equal to negative 1, and ang x natin is equal to 0. Therefore, undefined siya, kasi 0 denominator. And then for the cosecant, reciprocal of negative 1 is still cosecant 270 degrees. Kailangan may angle po dito nakasama kung ano po yung tinatanong. Cosecant 270 degrees, reciprocal ng negative 1 is still negative 1. And then reciprocal ng 0 is undefined kasi mapupunta na yung 0 sa new denominator. Basta tandaan nyo, ang reciprocal ng 0 is undefined. Reciprocal ng undefined is 0. Para hindi na kayo ma-confuse. Pero andyan naman yung, andito naman yung 1 over x. So 1 over 0. Okay, so undefined siya. So in other words, undefined ng 0 ay ang reciprocal ng 0 is undefined. Ang reciprocal ng 0, ng undefined is 0. And then for cotangent 270 degrees is x over y. Reciprocal ng undefined is 0. Okay? Number 2, find the exact values of the 6 circular function of angle theta is equal to 5 pi over 4. Convert muna si pi over 4, 225. Identify ang kanyang quadrant, identify ang reference angle, and then kung ang reference angle ay square root of 45, square root of 2 over 2, and square root of 2 over 2 for cosine and sine. And then since ang 225 degrees ay nasa third quadrant, both are negative. So for 4 pi over 4, negative square root of 2 over 2 and negative 2 square root of 2 over 2 for cosine and sine. Cosine theta is negative square root of 2 for 5 pi over 4. And to get the 6 circular function, ito na siya, sine 5 pi over 4 is cosine y. Ito yun. And cosine 5 pi over 4 is the x. Ito po yun. And then for tangent 5 pi over 4, which is equal to y over x. So ang y natin is square root of 2 over 2. Ang x natin is negative square root of 2 over 2. Negative divided by negative is positive, which is equal to 1. So tangent 5 pi over 4 is equal to 1. And then the reciprocal of that, i-reciprocal mo lang yung is negative square root of 2 over 2. So magiging negative 2 over square root of 2 or square root of 2 over 2, negative. Okay, simplify siya without the 2 over square root of 2. 2 over square root of 2. Okay. So, reciprocal ng 1 is still 1. Okay na po ba? So, ganun din po yung gagawin nyo sa activity nyo. And then, other than that, ayan, pag may exact value tayo, for example, sine lang, sine pi over 4, ganun din naman siya. Kaya lang, isa lang ang ibibigay mo. Okay? So, sine 5 pi over 4 is negative square root of 2 over 2. Eh, pagka kasi mga isa-isa lang ang tanong, isang pindot lang yan sa calculator, lalabas na sa'yo. Kahit pa pi ang gamitin mo. Okay? Find the exact value of tangent. So, tangent 11 pi over 6. O, isang pindot lang yan sa calculator. Tangent 330. Square root of 3 over 3. Tangent 330. O, kaya lang, walang fraction. Yun. Hindi fraction ang lalabas sa kanya. Decimal ang lalabas. Okay po. So, yun lang naman ang lesson 20. Ito pa isa. Last, 126. If tangent theta is negative 3 over 2, and theta is in the fourth quadrant. Nasa fourth quadrant daw. So, ito yun. So, in the fourth quadrant, ang x natin ay tangent is x over y. Ang x natin is negative 3. Pagka ang fraction ay negative, analyze mo lang kung saan ang negative. Ang hypotenuse ay palaging positive yon. X and y lang ang positive or negative. Depende kung nasaan quadrant. So kapag ang given sa yung trigonometric function ay negative, it's either numerator. For the case ng tangent, ay analyze mo kung sino ang negative. Numerator or tangent pa. Kasi opposite over hypotenuse siya. Ay, opposite over adjacent siya. Okay? So, tangent is y over x. So, therefore, y is negative 3 and x is equal to 2. Ang radius natin is always positive. So, using the Pythagorean theorem, x squared plus y squared on. Notations lang yan kasi gumagamit tayo ng unit circle. So, ang ating Pythagorean theorem, instead na a and b and c, ay x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Bakit? Kasi unit circle. So, square root of 13 ang ating radius. Radius is always positive. X and y lang po ang hindi. So, finding the sixth trigonometric function, cosine theta is y over r, negative kasi nasa third quadrant ka. Y over r ang sign natin. Cosine natin is x over r, 2 over square root of 13. Ang tangent natin ay reciprocal na lang. Negative. Dapat ito ay negative. Kasi negative ang tangent. Ang cosecant natin is also negative. Okay. In summary, ito po siya. First quadrant, lahat ng function ay positive. Second quadrant, sine cosecant lang ang positive. Sine at saka yung reciprocal niya. Sa third quadrant, tangent and cotangent lamang ang positive. At ang fourth quadrant ay cosine and secant lang negative. All students take calculus. All students S sine. Sine and its reciprocal. Tangent and reciprocal niya. Cosine and reciprocal niya. All students S take T C calculus para ma-memorize nyo. So, ang question natin dyan, in what quadrant does the terminal side lies if sine is positive and tangent is negative? In what quadrant does the terminal side lies if tangent theta is positive and tangent theta is negative? Nasaan quadrant siya? Nasaan quadrant yun? Sin theta is positive, tangent theta is negative. Nasaan quadrant po yun? Meron pa ba ang kausap?
Second quadrant po.
Second quadrant po. In what quadrant does the terminal side lies if cosine, cosecant, if cotangent is positive and cosine is negative? Third quadrant po. Ganun po ang question ko. So next meeting, Thursday, Friday, Thursday will be your quiz. Then if you want, ay gawin natin Friday. Ayoko lang kasing gawin Friday kasi kayo ay Thursday at ang Friday ay ang MWF. Question po.
Sure, kung okay lang po next week.
Question po. Wala na po. Quiz tayo ng Thursday. Okay lang po. So, anong gagawin nyo ngayon? Para ma-practice nyo na, mag-o-open ako ng file para lalagyan nyo na sa module C. Practicein nyo na ang lesson. Kung lahat ay nagawa nyo na yung 17 and 18, 19 and 20, practicein na po. Sagutan na po yung activity, answeran po dito. And then, by Thursday, handa ka na. Ganyan lang din naman yung mga questions ko. Hindi ko na pinatagal ang lesson 20 kasi parehas lang yon class. Parehas lang siya pagbibigay ng coordinates ng circular functions. Ang tatandaan nyo lang ay x is cosine theta, y is sine theta. Okay? And then, tangent is sine over cosine, y over x. Okay na po. Okay na po. Wala na pong tanong. Bell na po tayo.